Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another Moon Colony live stream. It's nice to see you all again. This is our second stream of 2024, I think, unless we have another one that I'm missing out. But today I've brought back Antoine, one of our lovely concept artists.
Hello.
Hello. And I discussed with Antoine and gave him a little bit of a challenge for today of taking some characters and redesigning them. So what have we decided on doing today, Antoine?
So today we are going to redesign some characters of Baldur's Gate.
Mm-hmm.
So I take my preferable character. Lovely characters.
Yeah.
I don't say which word. But so I take Asterion and Karlach, and we are going to redesign it in a sci-fi techwear way.
Yeah.
And maybe with a bit of gothic element on them, but we are going to redesign it to make that if we take it more sci-fi-ish.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe we change the materials and some shape, but we want to keep this mood. So yeah, let's begin, I think.
Yeah. Cool. If anyone has any questions, then throw them in chat and we'll get to them as we go through. But other than that, it should be a nice chill session today. So feel free to join in with us if you want to. You know, maybe pick your own characters or join us using Astarion and Karlach from Baldur's Gate. I know they're probably people's most favorite characters from that game. I see a lot of love for both Astarion and Karlach. So let's take a look. I'll take a look through the chat.
For me, it's more because of their designs, because I don't finish the game, so I don't know their complete story. But I really love his face and her mood. So yeah, it's why I take him.
Yeah. Hi Severo. Hello Christina. Hello Taizi. Sculpel. Taizi says bonjour.
Bonjour.
Gwendaru, nice to see you. Hello Melissa. Raspear, nice to see you too. Ghostly CC, hello. Your friend Elizabeth here is here too. Hello Elizabeth. She says, hello Antoine.
Hello everyone.
Hello Leonie and Chicken Man. Hello. Nice to see you. I see Floya has redeemed a hydrate already. We've only just started, but thank you so much. I'll have a drink. I had my bottle ready, but thank you. Mr. Kent is currently on a 5-stream streak. Thank you so much. I hope you're enjoying. How has everybody's weeks been? I hope you've all had a great time. Aloha, Miffed Mist. Hello. Bonjour, Doodlehound. It's nice to see you guys again. You've been busy. Oh, man, that's okay. Sometimes it's good for you to take a break from a busy schedule. Come and hang out for a little while.
My drawing will be a bit rough at the beginning.
Mm-hmm. It's a very powerful pose you're starting off with.
I beginning with Asterion. I want something that seems a bit powerful for him.
Yeah. I can see him pulling off this pose, to be honest.
Yeah, because it's also a bit elegant like this. So it fits quite well with him.
Yeah. Did you say that you haven't played Baldur's Gate yet, or you have?
I have, but I don't finish the game because I play with friends, and it's hard to play the game, to bring all the people to
Yeah.
have the times.
Yeah. No, I
I take
understand
my
that.
time.
Yeah. I'm in a similar situation where I have a campaign with my friends, but we haven't played it in months.
Same.
um, you'd rather be busy than bored. Got lots of art goals this year. Oh, it sounds great. Yeah, it's always better to have something to do than nothing. So, good luck. Let us know what your goals are. Ghostly CC, after a year of burnout and finally back into art and portfolio stuff. So very exciting. I love these streams so much. Oh, thank you. I hope we can help you out. Grindaru, black sweatshirt, big beard, glasses. They're the same person. Yeah, we got the same thing last time. We were saying before the stream started that we should have made our beards the same.
Yeah, I didn't shave to look like him.
Well,
like this, you are confused.
Next time we have a stream together, I'm going to trim down my beard and twirl my mustache, and it's going to be incredible. Hello, Ronin Jutsu, and hello, Stefano Gil. Nice to see you guys. Taizi, I'm still waiting to play the game with my friends too. Yeah, you could be waiting. You could be waiting a long time. Getting people together is it's a nightmare.
And we have a big group, so we have a lot of campaigns that we begin. So you need to choose with which one you will continue your campaign,
Yeah.
and let the other in the corner. So it's a hard choice every time you want to play.
Yeah. I actually took some inspiration from you since our last stream, Antoine. By I spoke to some of my friends, and we're thinking about starting our own like Minecraft server to build like a big castle in, like what like kind of like what you've done.
Yes.
We're probably gonna start in survival, and then I reckon a few months in we'll give up and go into creative and do it that way.
We did the exact same thing.
Yeah.
We begin in survivals to build a big town, and yeah, after a few months, everyone's give up, and just we chill in creative.
Yeah. Yeah. It sounds like a fun project, though. I'm looking forward to it.
A project that take a lot of time.
Mm-hmm.
I need to warn you.
Yeah, I said to them when we were talking about it, I was like, I'm gonna warn you. I'm not intending for this to be like a week-long thing. I want this to be months. Like,
Yeah. But it's cool to have like a map that will you will keep for many years, and
yeah,
just see the evolution of what you did with your friends.
yeah, yeah. It's gonna be cool. Like one of my friends is an architect, so if we can get them on board, then the buildings are gonna look even better. Yeah, Christina's right. Yeah, the beard and the glasses and the black shirt is a Moon Colony entry requirement.
Yeah.
Notice how
The artistic
everybody...
direction of the employee.
Yeah. Important part of the interview process is, would you grow a beard? But yeah, people in chat, who is your favorite Baldur's Gate party member, and why? Because I like Lizelle. A lot of people don't like her, but I like her. Missed the Emperor. What? Which one is the Emperor? It's possible that I haven't met all of them yet.
Yeah, there is so much character, so
Yeah.
much things you can do in the game.
Yeah.
I think I will never finish it.
Nah, me neither. Mine is like I just started getting into the second act and I was like, yeah, this is fun. And then that was it. I put the game down and I haven't gone back to it since. The Dark Urge. Ooh, yeah, having a Dark Urge character is pretty cool. When I played with my friends, one of them had Dark Urge, and we were all. You'd wake up in the morning and there'd be a dead person on the floor, and it's like, what the hell happened? So unpredictable. Floya, your favorite moment in the game is when Boulder opened the gate finally. God, yeah, spoilers. Come on, dude. Unbelievable. It took him three games, but he finally opened the gate. We're so proud of him. Ronin Jutsu actually has a question for you, Antoine, if you are open. They say, what would be your advice for practicing iteration for an aspiring concept artist?
For iteration, try to take your time to search for good references. Don't rush that step, because this is something very essential for your iteration, to find something that just not you made something cool and you just duplicate because you have not really something else to create. So yeah, try to find your time to search for good references. After that, try to create really very different iteration, and not just change the hair or the hand or just a part of his body or clothes. Try to change almost everything to really propose something that will be really different, because after that, your art director will need to choose between your proposition, and if your proposition are the same, it's not really interesting. So try to always make something really different in your iteration, if that's clear. And yeah, be curious. At the first step, you don't need to be too clean. You need to express something. So try to be just simple and to make your drawings readable.
Yeah.
But don't be like just oh no, I need to be really clean. I need to have a very good anatomy. Don't lose time to that. Try to have something that's work, but try to take your time to have a good idea of the design, but just not something. Don't do a line art for an iteration. I mean.
Yeah. I mean, I suppose you're working from a bigger picture into the more fine details, right? So
Yeah.
start off fairly loose with a lot of different, like very different iterations, and then your feedback, I guess, will dictate what comes after that, and then you narrow it down, kind of like an inverted triangle.
Exactly.
Yeah. Novello Jello says, thank you for sharing lots of wisdom, teacher Antoine.
Hello Roman.
Floyer, tell us what you did to Astarion, Jaden. I killed Astarion like almost straight away, but
Oh my
he
god.
he 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 tried to bite me, so I
Oh,
yeah.
for that, really?
It's the bit where you wake up in the middle of the night and his teeth are like basically hanging over your neck, and I was like, nope.
I remember that.
Yeah, it was quite a funny scene. I was streaming it in the Discord when I was playing it. It was quite a funny scene.
Oh, it was okay. Did you? It's okay.
Yeah.
You can do it.
It was funny. We just you just get up and just throw a piece of wood at him. He was just trying to flirt. He was not trying to flirt. He was trying to eat me. Gwendaru says Antoine Sensei. Melissa, you let a mosquito bite you, but not this lovely man. Well, that's the funny thing, Melissa, is that if I notice a mosquito bite me, I kill that too. So. Neota says, lol, I'm here for the first time and I thought you're talking to yourself. You look like twins. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay, we'll begin to try something for his clothes.
Yeah. Yeah, how was it that you described the style? What was it like? Just, because it wasn't like cyberpunk, it's like tech wear or something.
Yeah, it was more tech wear with yeah, exactly that mood. Maybe with something like that for him.
Yeah.
And not really cyberpunk, but because I don't want something that is too messy. So maybe a sci-fi that's more clean and refined.
Yeah.
Especially if you want something gothic at the end. So maybe something more more like that, but in a sci-fi way.
Yeah.
But for Karlak, it will be maybe a bit more messy, a bit more cyberpunk.
Yeah. I can see Karlak in a more cyberpunk style. But yeah, if anyone else is doing a redesign of one of their characters while we do this, then let me know what you're doing, and you can share the process as you go along with us if you like. In our Discord, we have the study room where you can follow along with us and share your work. The struggler says into the Jaden verse. Yeah, there's a lot of us spread out. Oh, Antoine, how was your Christmas, by the way?
Really cool, very chill with my family.
Yeah.
And yeah, pretty simple, to be honest, but always cool to see everyone in the family. So yeah, it was nice. And you?
Yeah, it was good. I keep saying it didn't really feel like much of a rest. I spent the whole thing with my family as well. So after a few days, I was just like, I want to go home. I want to go back.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was nice to see everybody, and I had my birthday as well, so I got to see my friends, so that was cool.
It was which day?
The 31st of December. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, New Year's Eve.
The only things I almost hate at Christmas is that we eat too much.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And after to recover, it's really hard.
Hmm. Yeah, I had that, especially. I didn't eat too much at Christmas, but on my birthday, I ate way too much.
Mm.
I remember like my friends brought in like this big stack of like donuts instead of a birthday cake. I got a stack of donuts.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and it was like we shared them. Obviously, I didn't just eat like 12, 13 donuts on my own. But Daisy says, I love eating, so that's not a problem for me. Well, lucky you. Plus the dessert, French pastry.
I love eating, but Christmas, just too much.
Yeah.
And after Christmas, we have the New Year. And if you are doing that with your family, you eat again. So never stop.
Yeah. Do you have any specific like Christmas food that you have?
Not really. Just on Christmas we eat a chicken named chapon.
Oh, okay.
And we are doing that every year. It's like a tradition.
Yeah.
But apart of that, not really.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's kind of similar in the UK, I suppose. We have our like traditional Christmas dinner, which is like a turkey with like vegetables and this thing that we call it like a Yorkshire pudding. It's essentially a 3D pancake.
Okay.
But yeah, we have that around Christmas time, which is really good. What's going on in chat? Eat a lot and roll into the new year. Yeah, exactly. Novello says, I can't believe I'd one day hear Antoine say, I eat too much.
Yeah, because I was a good eater at school.
Ah, okay.
And Novello and I made the same class, so she know me.
Yeah, I've never been one for food. I think I've spoken about this in like the Discord before, but food has never been something that I've cared about too much. Emmy Leaves says it's the holidays. It's not the holidays if you didn't gain any weight. That's true. It is true. We have another question for you, if you would like. Sure. Slowpo says, when it comes to anatomy, what do you think is the best way to improve in terms of applying it to
art? Learn almost every muscle and bones, honestly. We have doing that at school. We had to learn almost every muscles, and it really helped. And obviously make a lot of study. And also always have a reference for anatomy, something that will help you. You don't see that, but just side of me, I have these things that I look up sometimes to when I have something I don't really know. So it's good to have, but if you don't have, just take like anatomy for sculptors, it's completely okay.
Yeah.
And yeah, just make a lot of studies, it will come. And after this, take time to try to find a way to simplify anatomy to get your how to say that, your way to do it. Just when you're doing a character, you don't have to every time redraw all the muscle and make something very perfect, but just if you have the bigger shape, it's okay.
Mhm.
So you need to do a lot of study to identify that and identify what will fit for you uh, as a reference point for your anatomy.
Sure, that makes sense. I know there's also some. There's a lot of tools online that give you like like a posable model. So uh, if you know the if you know the pose that you want, then you can pose this like 3D model into what you're looking for,
Mm.
and that'll probably help you with the anatomy and stuff too. Um, but deconstructing the body to parts and recognizing shapes helps too. Yeah, it sounds like it would help. I know that Raspbeer said observation helps so much, just staring at people. Yeah, make sure that you're not just staring at people while you're on like the subway though. Uh, Um, Novello says, Jaden, you should try out some pain au chocolat in the morning. That's where Antoine's power lies.
Yeah, yeah.
Is that your breakfast? A pain au chocolat.
At school, yes,
Sounds
but
tempting.
no, not really.
Oh man, this is coming across nice.
Yeah, I'm a bit messy, honestly, because I'm a bit stressed to do it in stream.
It's all right, man. Just uh, yeah, take whatever time you need.
But maybe it will be a good thing to say, okay, don't do that. Take your time, construct everything, and chill.
I think we say that a lot in the stream as well. If the artists do, they're like, normally I'd take my time and really uh, spend time perfecting this, but I don't have the time to do it in the stream.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
But it's also just a sketch,
Mm,
so it's meant to be quick, and after this I will refine it,
yeah.
so I think it will be better.
Slopo asks, how long did it take for you to fully get into the industry?
From the school, 4 months, so it was pretty fast for me,
Yeah.
because I was in a really good school that put us in contact with studios also, so that's it. That's help.
Hmm. Yeah, I know it. Yeah, we grabbed you pretty quickly out of out
Yeah.
of school. So
For example, I met Emra for the first time at New Age, so my school,
mhm.
and this is the year I made a contact, and now I'm here, so it was pretty quick.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it goes to show how important networking can be sometimes.
Hmm.
Even just getting, you know, 1 or 2 contacts can really help.
Yeah, and schools are good for that. Obviously, you need to really make a lot of research to find a good school, because there is a lot of scam in that sector. So be patient and really ask a question to students and teachers to see how really the school is, and how the student will find a job after this. But yeah, not everybody need a school to find a job and to
Yeah.
progress, but some people need. For me, for example, I think without the schools, it will be hard for me to get this level, and
Yeah.
to have a nice environment to work, because the school give you also that. So it will depend of your personality also. Some people like work alone and learn by themselves, but it will depend of you. And if you really need a good environment on school for that, take time to do your research, because it can be really a big plus for your career. So yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say pretty much the same as what you were gonna as what you said, really, that not everybody needs a school, but like I know that I myself wouldn't be able to self-direct my learning to I'm not really I don't know, it's just not my personality. I need the structure and the support of an institution like that.
Yeah.
But you know, you can still grow your net. You can still. I see someone has just asked in chat if we have any advice on how to grow your network when you're not in a school, and I was going to say that it's still possible and quite easy. There's so many options out there for getting contacts in the art industry. I mean, you look at our Discord, for example, like all of our core Moon Colony team are in there. People are sharing their work a lot. We have people in the voice chats all the time, so it's simple for you to hop in and just introduce yourself and get stuck in. And I mean, all across the world, there's art like events. You know, you've got last year we had Concept 101. You've got stuff like Lightbox Expo, Playgrounds, THU, I think, is another one. And yeah, even Christina put in the chat, like, LinkedIn is great. You just go in there. There's loads of art groups in LinkedIn, concept art groups, illustration groups. Just go in there and start sharing your work.
Yeah, it's like you can learn alone. It will be maybe a more difficult to do and require some effort from you, and make a good contact list and meet some people in the industry. It's the same if you are doing it alone.
Yeah.
You have to make some effort to reach that. So you have to be present in some discords, to take time to maybe do some contest or challenge.
Yeah.
And yeah, make yourself how to say that, but you need to be shown somewhere.
Yeah. I think a lot of it comes down to needing to show off a little bit, you know, show the world what you're making and put yourself out there. It's going to be hard for people to necessarily come to you. Sometimes you need to put yourself in front of other people, which I know sounds scary, but once you get started, it'll be fine. But yeah, definitely take a look at LinkedIn groups. Erskex, they're worth it. There's a lot of people on there, and engagement rate on LinkedIn is pretty good too. So
yeah, LinkedIn or ArtStation also.
yeah, ArtStation, obviously, yeah.
Instagram. All the social media, in fact. I already have some work proposition from Instagram, ArtStation, Twitter, so
Yeah,
be a bit everywhere and try to self-promote yourself, and I think it will be fine. But I understand that it's not really easy to do this alone.
oh yeah,
So I feel very lucky to add the school to do it more for me. But it's not impossible to do it by yourself, because a lot of teachers that I had was not in a school before, was just drawing by herself on
yeah,
social media. So yeah, I think you can do it alone also.
yeah, definitely. I mean, I think most of the artists that work at Moon Colony didn't didn't go to an art school or anything, so it's not like it's not like it's a requirement.
Mm.
The Ayla says, "Develop Brighton is how I got my first art test and interview. So networking in events like that can help." Oh man, I love Develop Brighton. It's such a fun event, and Brighton is such a lovely place too. Floyer, breaking news: to be an artist, having skills is just a part of it. Well, it's the same with a lot of careers, I think. But you can do it. The Struggler has asked, how do you deal with imposter syndrome and self-doubt when applying for jobs? I always feel like my skills aren't good enough, no matter how much I improve as an artist. Ooh, that's a tough one. I mean, imposter syndrome is something that comes for all of us, I think, but I don't know if
Yeah,
you've got
but
anything for that.
for me, I have the same problem, but it costs nothing to try to send your portfolio to a studio, to send your portfolio to an artist,
Yeah.
and maybe you will get nothing, but maybe you will get also a proposition or a good feedback. So
Mm.
just do it.
Yeah.
Try it.
The advice of just do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the more feedback that you get might might help with that. I mean, I'm not I'm no expert. I think I suffer with imposter syndrome just as much as the next person, but I think hearing feedback from other people and working on and sort of building on that. If you can take the feedback, build upon it, and then get more feedback to see if your work has improved, that really helps build your confidence. So yeah, it's a bit of a meme. It's kind of memed at this point, but I think just to do it is kind of a good option. You know, as long as you love, as long as you're enjoying it, is if you're having fun with art, then um, as long as you're having fun with art, I don't, I don't think it really matters so much. Um, are there any online events people know of? Going in person is out of question at the minute. I mean, in I can't think of any off the top of my head, but what does come to my brain is just communities, like online communities in of themselves are essentially these kind of events, because it's so easy to mix with people. As I said before, like we have so many artists in our community that are happy to chat and network, and we have our competitions and stuff that go on. So it's a really good opportunity. Not just our community, but all of the communities out there. There are always people happy to chat and mix. So I don't know, you kind of get out what you put in, I think. But if anyone does know any in chat, then share some online events. I'd be interested to know of some too.
Honestly, I'm really struggling right now with this face. I don't know why. I think I didn't construct enough his face at the beginning. I rush a bit too much. I tried to redo it a bit better.
Yeah. I mean, we've got we've got time. We've got time. But I think you're doing a good job. Like it's recognizably Astarian, so that's what counts.
Yeah. I'm frustrated because I did a test that I'd show you, and I feel like, oh, the test was better. I will succeed.
Yeah.
I know.
You gotta
I need
believe.
the stream.
Good morning and good afternoon, Histuni. Nice to see you. I hope you're having a good day, whether it's morning or afternoon or evening for you. I also saw that Ira popped in to say hi. Hello, Ira. Naruto motivational mottos. Come on then, Floya. Give us some Naruto motivational mottos. With the power of friendship, we can do anything. That's more of like a let me think. That's more of like a Final Fantasy thing.
Yeah, I think it's already working. You look a bit better than before.
Yeah. Yeah, it's looking good. The power of Sharingan is mine. Sure. I've never watched Naruto, but I'm assuming that Sharingan is like the weird handjitsu stuff that they do. You know, they just start throwing shapes with their hands.
I never watch also Naruto, so I can't
Yeah, I
help
have no
it.
idea. Are you much of an anime watcher, Antoine?
Oh, a lot, but not really the classic. I never watched Naruto, I never watched JoJo, but I watch a lot of anime like Mob Psycho, which is my favorite.
Yeah.
Attack on Titan, of course.
Yeah.
Jujutsu Kaisen, My Hero Academia, really a lot, but some classic I didn't.
Yeah, I've never watched anything like Naruto or One Piece or Dragon Ball or anything like that. I always look at them like these things are way too long. I can't watch this.
Same. I never watched Dragon Ball.
Yeah. I started to watch Dragon Ball, but then like I think it's like I got like 25 episodes in and he'd spent the last 5 episodes walking along the same road and I was like,
Yeah.
I can't do it. I can't do it.
Yeah, and it's pretty old now, so sometimes it's hard to watch It's
Mm.
very slow. It was a time when the studio was obligated to make some how to say that, some profit, so they reuse some
Oh
episodes, some
yeah.
animation. So, for example, for Bleach, you have a recapitulation of the last episode that will be for 10 minutes. After that, you have the real episode for 8 minutes,
Yeah.
and you have the endings with the preview of the next episode. So you see nothing.
Yeah, you've got like 3 minutes of original content throughout the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see what people are saying. The power of friendship is stronger than the power of Sharingan. You know, I believe it. In anime, the power of friendship is all you need. I've played Kingdom Hearts. I know the rules.
I play Kingdom Hearts 2,
Mm,
but there's too much game. Too much game to understand the story. It's horrible.
yeah.
You
I
can't just do 1, 2, and 3. You have to do the additional game to understand, okay, this character is this one, and he done this, and this is why you have this in the Kingdom Hearts 3.
yeah.
Oh, it's so painful because there is also a movie and mobile games stuff that you need to play to understand the past of the world. Oh my god, I just lost my mind in Kingdom Hearts lore.
Yeah. Thank you for the posture check, by the way. Pray Dart, I appreciate it. I will sit up straight and give myself a bit of a stretch. Oh my god, I don't know if that came across on the mic, but my shoulder just did like a massive crack. That was worth it. Yeah, no, I love Kingdom Hearts. I actually played through them all recently, and you're totally right. The lore is just nonsense. You have to play like a million games to understand what's going on. But I came to the conclusion that only like 2 of them are actually worth playing for the plot. Like
Mhm.
you play Kingdom Hearts 1, then you can play Birth by Sleep and what is it, like 385 days over 2 days, whatever it's called. You play those, then you play Kingdom Hearts 2, and then I just ignore the rest because I don't like the way that they play. But
Yeah.
it's still
I
like,
played those games and I try. It's Wish Chain Memory, something like this. It's
oh
a
yeah,
DS game, Game Boy game, I think at first. But
yeah,
the gameplay was so different that I didn't really like, and I never really played to it.
mm-hmm.
But apparently, it's needed to understand some parts of the story. So
Yeah. I can't remember what it's called now, but I think the one you're talking about is the one that essentially makes. Oh no, I'm not sure. There's one. I know that there's one on GBA. I can't remember what it's called now. There's one on Game Boy Advance that made that you need to watch if you want to understand what is going on in Kingdom Hearts 2. Kingdom Hearts 2 makes no sense if you haven't played this random spin-off game on the Game Boy,
yeah,
which is it's such a Kingdom Hearts thing to do. But it's dumb because the plot's not even that confusing if if you follow it along, it's like super simple, but they've just made it so needlessly convoluted to actually do that.
personally, I just give up and I read the
Oh yeah,
manga.
yeah,
To understand the story, I didn't play those games. I just read the manga they made for this.
mm,
That was pretty fun to read, pretty comic, and you have a bit more details about the lore. So
Yeah. I didn't
if you
even know
don't want
they.
to play Kingdom Hearts, you can read.
Yeah. I didn't even know that they did manga for it. That's cool. I'll have to see if I can find them.
Yeah, it's a really big manga. It's a tome like that,
Yeah. Of course it
and
is.
you have for one game you have 3 tome like that. So
Wow.
you have a lot of reading to do.
Yeah. I don't mind that so much with manga. I find you tend to go through them quite quickly. Um, but man, of course it's going to be a massive book. Why wouldn't it be? People in chat were still talking about anime. What was it? Myth says Ghibli movies are always nice. Ah, yeah. You gotta love a Ghibli movie.
I need to see the last one.
Oh, the Boy and the Heron.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that won a Golden Globe. I think it was the first Golden Globe that Miyazaki won.
Mm.
And it's for that.
Because before the last Ghibli was not really good for me. It was the one made in 3D, if I remember.
Oh yeah.
And he lost all his Ghibli souls in that. So really, it was just almost a random story and not really a beautiful movie in terms of technique and message. So yeah.
Yeah, that was one of the movies that I think was directed by Miyazaki's son. So yeah, he wasn't very impressed from what I heard. He absolutely hated it. So yeah. But no, I know a lot of people didn't like that. I haven't seen it. But I've heard this new one is good at least. So maybe I'll give it a watch. Raspbeer says, "Watch One Piece now, so you can witness the internet breaking because of the reveal of the One Piece in the next few years firsthand." I don't even know what the One Piece is supposed to be. You know what the One
Nobody
Piece?
know.
What? Yeah. I hope it's just. I hope it's something that's really anticlimactic. You know. I hope they get there and it's like, I don't know, like a screwdriver or something. It's just something really lame.
We know it's supposed to be something funny.
Oh, okay.
But we have no so much clue about what it really is. We know there is a real treasure, but I think it's not just that. Can be a weapon or something like that. I don't know. We don't know so much thing about it for now.
Yeah. Skull Pal says spoilers. It's a swimsuit. It's a One Piece swimsuit. Yeah, honestly, that would be pretty funny. I would laugh if that actually was true. One Piece is the friends we made along the way. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. That's it. That's it. It'd be perfect. When Luffy liberates the world and unites the four seas, the One Piece. You know, that could make sense. That could make sense. Miffed Mist says, I have the same problem with Final Fantasy, the same as Kingdom Hearts. The writing is amazing after 200 hours, I promise. Yeah. I'm a Final Fantasy 14 apologizer. I loved that game, but yeah,
Oh,
after like
the MMO?
yeah, the MMO, yeah.
Yeah. really good.
Yeah, it's amazing, but like, man, the first like 100 hours is is painful.
Yeah,
Have you played it, Antoine?
yeah, a bit.
Yeah.
I've completed the first main story. I begin the second,
Yeah.
but no, I have to pay to play, so
Oh yeah,
so I
man.
didn't really play on that time.
Yeah. And the free trial in that game is crazy though.
Yeah,
Like, I know it's kind of a meme, but you get a lot of content in the free trial. You get the first 2 expansions.
yeah, and you have not limitation of time to play, so you can play one character and test almost every classes. So
Yeah, you can get every class up to like levels 60 or 70 or something.
mm.
But the second part is when it starts getting good. Yeah, it is. Heaven's Ward is an amazing expansion. Jaden and Antoine, which Baldur's Gate 3 class did you pick and why? Ooh, do you want to go first?
Was a magician for me, a mage. I'm pretty classic in those games. I want to cast spell and
Yeah.
just doing some funny stuff with my friend by doing messy spells and kill everyone. I play like that.
Yeah, you're the type of mage that just drops a like meteor on everybody's head.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice. I picked a druid. I was a half orc druid because I thought the idea of a big angry muscled orc would be funny when they're like peaceful and nature loving. It was just the dichotomy of that was funny to me. So yeah, but then I found out that druid is actually one of the best classes in the game. It's so much fun, and it does like so much damage. You basically get like you get so many lives because if you turn into a wild shape and then die, you just return back to your normal form with full hit points. So
Yeah.
it's crazy. But then my solo character, I made a Githyanki monk, and monks are also kind of broken. Like they do so much damage.
I need to try more character or more place because I just have at least one main campaign, so I don't really test the other classes.
Yeah. Yeah, it can be fun. I mean, I tested out a paladin on Shadowheart. I multi-classed her into being a paladin, and then I forgot and instantly broke her oath. So she instantly stopped being a paladin. She was an oath breaker instead, and it was like, whoops. But it's cool. I feel like each class has something really fun about them. I don't think there's necessarily a bad choice out of all of them. The Struggler says, I chose Monk in a world filled with magic. I find it funny when you get to beat them to death using your bare fists. Yeah. It is pretty fun when you have a wizard casting like this massive spell, and then you just run over and just attack him 3 times and he dies.
And do you play really in a role-play mood with your friends, or you're just playing like just chill and didn't get really into the character that you create?
we're pretty chill. When we played, we were pretty relaxed. But I think when it came to in-game like conversation options, like dialogue options,
Mhm.
I think we tried to pick stuff that was suitable for our character instead of just going with whatever was the funniest option. So
Yeah.
if I was in a dialogue with a character, I would pick an option that might not necessarily be what I would do, but what my character would do. And that kind of worked out for us. It led to some pretty funny situations where quite early on there's like a monster hunter who's looking for Astarion, and so my character just told him where he was. He was like, oh yeah, he's over there, just like pointing him to my camp. And as he ran away, my friend was like, no, so she killed him. She just killed the monster hunter as he was trying to get to our camp.
You really hate Astarion.
It's just fun. I think I'm like I'm a contrarian. You know, I like to do the opposite of what everybody else does. So everyone else loves Astarion, so I just decided, no, I don't want to like him. I want to bully him.
I understand.
Yeah. But it was also because it's just funny. Like my friend absolutely loves him, so yeah, it's just fun to tease them. Myth Mist said, I played a bard, I just wanted to seduce the mind flayers. Oh, come on. That's nasty. Jaden's just jealous of the pretty boys in games. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. I'm jealous of the handsome vampire man. I'm sorry. Hi, Ailey. Hello, you're late. That's okay. It's all right. We're just chugging along. We've only just gone into our second hour, so we've still got a while left. Antoine's doing a great job.
Yeah, and take my time though.
Yeah, that's all right.
Try to have something better than before because it was a bit too messy.
It's okay. It's only your second time on a stream with us as well, so it kind of it's kind of to be expected for you to feel a little bit pressured.
Yeah. And because I have to speak also in English, so not really usual to do it for such a long period.
Yeah. It's alright, Antoine. We're getting your practice in.
I like that. It just I need to to focus a bit more to get into it.
It's okay. Next time we'll speak in French throughout the whole thing, and I'll have no idea what's going on. It'll be fine.
Oh, I will meme.
I'll just bonjour, ça va? Oui.
Oui. I'm French.
That's it. That's the only French I know.
Or to learn French. I think we have too much word to say just nothing sometimes, so I understand if people struggle to understand or learn French.
I remember when I was in high school, I had some friends who were doing French as their language. I was doing German, but they came out of their lesson once laughing, and I was like, hey, what's going on? And apparently some guy had just stood up in the middle of their French class and just in French had just said, I don't care anymore, I don't want to learn this, and just walked out. Like
My
Like
God.
the only thing that he had learned was how to say that in French, and then just left.
So you say something like je n'en peux plus, je veux sortir d'ici. I think the French people in the chat will understand. It's nothing, it's not an insult that I'd say, but just yeah, I can't do this anymore.
Yeah, pretty much. So I can't do this anymore. They just leave. But yeah, that was pretty funny. Haley says we'll train together, Antoine. French is too complicated and sophisticated for nothing. What do you mean? People love the French accent and the French language.
I don't know why. Is it because the French accent is funny? Or
No, people find it really people find it really romantic, don't they? They find it quite attractive. I don't know. I don't know what it is about it, but
I don't know. When I speak with my French accent, I feel dumb. So I don't know if it's really romantic.
Haley says it's funnier than romantic. It's funnier than sexy or romantic, to be honest. I don't know, man. I've just known a lot of people who are like, oh, I love a French accent. Like, so many people have said that. Floyd says, I thank the French for croissants. Nice stuff. Keep it going. Man.
Yeah, we have good kitchen and good, very good taste in terms of food in France. This is the cool part.
Yeah.
When I go somewhere else, I am very disappointed because I'm always, where is the bread? There is no bread here. The bread that tastes so bad in other countries. I don't understand why, because bread is just bread. Not very complicated to do it, I think. But every time I travel, it's horrible.
Have you been to the UK, Antoine?
Not for now, but I have my passport soon, so I plan to go visit a bit.
Okay. Well, just be prepared for the next level of disappointment when it comes to the UK food. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, a lot of people told me that the UK food is disgusting. I'm sorry. I will see.
Yeah, it's not great. I always tell people, I'm like, there's a reason why our national dish is like not made by English people. It came over from when we had all the colonies and everything. It's like traditionally British people did not make the national dish of England.
But in a time where we have internet, why it's continue like that?
Because I don't know. Because we're stubborn, I guess. We're stubborn, and like a lot of the older people just they like all their food. They like the bland food. They make the food bland and then they pour a load of salt on it. And it's incredible. But I much prefer foreign food. I like Asian food a lot because there's so much flavor in it.
Yeah.
Christina says Yorkshire pudding is holding up English food. It really is. But like, it's hard to describe Yorkshire pudding to somebody that isn't from the UK because it's just it's not what the rest of the world describes as a pudding. It's like, I don't know. When I say pudding to you, Antoine, what comes to your mind? Like, what do you think of?
Something slimy. I don't really know what it is exactly, so
Yeah, but it's really it doesn't line up with what the rest of the world calls a pudding. That's why it's so strange.
Mm.
You can't describe it to seem good and appetizing. I can't describe it, but it's so good. It's a gravy cup. It can't. Yeah, it is a gravy cup. That's what we use it for. An egg pastry. No, it's not. It's not that. It's like pancake batter. If you make pancake batter and then put it in this like mold, you'll basically get a Yorkshire pudding. It's
I
really
will
good.
try it one day.
Yeah, yeah. When you come to the UK, make sure that you get it. Make sure that you get a proper English roast dinner. That'll give you everything you need. It's the best bit about English food, you know.
And if you like Asian food in Paris, we have a lot of good restaurants for that. For example, we have a ramen restaurant that won a prize for in a contest in Japan.
Oh, cool.
So we have maybe the better ramen restaurant in the world. I don't know.
Of course, the French would outdo like a country on their own food. Histuni says the Korean restaurants in Paris are so good. Oh man.
And I don't know if you ever try barbecue, Korean barbecue, but it's really, really good. And we have so much restaurants for that at Paris.
Yeah, I'd love to try Korean barbecue. There isn't a place near me. I honestly think I would have to go to London if I wanted to try Korean barbecue, which is sad.
I'm just searching for reference.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Because I struggle too much with this end.
Raspe said that they went to Paris in December and ate at some takoyaki place in the center, and goddamn, it was tasty. I was so shook seeing you guys have a whole street filled with East Asian cuisine.
Yeah, we have a street named Rue Sainte-Anne, and it's all Asian restaurant.
Oh, that sounds so good.
And it's in the center of Paris, so it's really easy to get in. And you have so much restaurant, you can't choose one.
No, that sounds so good. No, I keep saying I need to go and travel around some more. So maybe I'll add Paris onto the list.
Yeah, it's a good city, but not this year. Because we have the Olympics, and you don't want to get to be in Paris during the Olympics. It will be a real mess. It will be really expensive also. So no, try to avoid to travel to Paris.
Yeah, I keep forgetting that you guys have the Olympics this year.
Yeah, we don't want.
Yeah, I feel like every country says that.
Really, we don't want. It will be a disaster. We are not prepared to have it. I mean, in terms of transport, in terms of infrastructure, we don't have what they need for it. So I don't know how they will deal with it. It will be very a disaster this year, I think.
Yeah. I can't remember who I was speaking to the other day, but I had a friend who was planning to travel by train to like, I think it was to like Switzerland or something, and they were like, oh yeah, so I'll just get the train, go through France. And I was like, yeah, good luck. I was like, yeah, have fun with that. It's like you realize they have the Olympics. I'm like, oh no.
If you don't stay too long, it will be okay, but you have to run.
Yeah. Um, come to Brazil, Jaden. Yeah, maybe one day I will. I'll go and say hi to the Moon Colony guys in Brazil. But Brazil is huge. It's like absolutely massive. Ailey says, I don't know why they're holding the Olympics in Paris. In France, yeah, maybe, but why not? But in Paris itself, a bit dumb. Have you guys had the Olympics before? You must have done.
Sorry, I didn't hear. What
Sorry,
you said?
I was just saying, have you guys had the Olympics before? Like, sure.
Yeah, but a long time ago.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I think whenever any country gets told that they're hosting the next Olympics, they're like, "Oh no,
No.
they have to build this massive stadium."
Yeah, they just repeat. Yeah, but this year it will be ecologic. Don't worry. But when you see what they need to build, they just eradicate so much tree to build just one build for the Olympics. So it's not ecologic at all.
Yeah. I can't even remember what we're doing with our Olympic stadium now. I have no idea what they use it for.
Don't have the infrastructures for a lot of how to say épreuves. Let me search.
Sure.
A lot of tests. Event of the Olympic. So in just 2 years, we have to build everything near Paris, and it's really a mess.
Yeah. Yeah, I think ours was the same, just outside of London. And then they built this horrible sculpture outside as well, with like a viewing platform on it. But oh, it looks so gross. It's not good at all. Oh, Lisa said it was in 1924 the last time France had the Olympics. So exactly
100 years.
That is exactly 100 years, right? Yeah.
I think they were better prepared than we are actually.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds about right. They probably didn't have as many people like traveling there really to watch it. Because transport was so much more difficult 100 years ago. Like
you don't want to be in the metro at Paris too. It's very dirty, smelly, and he has a lot of problems, so you don't want to be here.
So how do you get around? Just walk or get a taxi or something?
No, we take metro, but it's hard.
You take it, you just hate it. Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, it's horrible. We don't have the climatization, so in summer it's just you have 40 degree in one metro. It's really horrible.
Yeah.
And there is too much people for what we have actually, so you don't have your private space.
Yeah.
You are always stick to someone.
Yeah. I know the London Underground can be very similar, but only really at rush hour. like 9 a.m., like 8 a.m. and about 5 p.m. is when the London Underground gets kind of like that. But for the
Yeah,
most
it's a
part,
bit the
it's pretty
same here, but it depends of the line. Some lines are always full of people, and some not, so it depends.
Yeah. Raspi says the funniest thing about the Parisian metro are the weird single chairs that faced in contrasting directions and not even the tracks. Like, what is that? Sounds weird.
Maybe you know, but there is a syndrome, I think it's called the syndrome of Paris, where people imagine Paris as a wonderful city, very beautiful,
Oh, yeah.
all of that. And when they discover Paris, they're like so disappointed that some people just fell sick.
Yeah. Yeah, they get like Paris depression. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
called Paris syndrome or something like that. Yeah, I have a friend who really wants to go to Paris, and I keep saying to them, I'm like, just, you know, just remember that it's probably not going to live up to all of your expectations.
Don't drink too much.
Yeah.
I mean, Paris is a really beautiful city if you stay in the center, because there is a lot of beautiful, how to say, buildings everywhere. The Haussmann style. You have Palais du Louvre, the Eiffel Tower, all of this in the center. So yeah, here it's really beautiful. It's really the Paris that you dream. But if you go a bit away, just a bit away of the center, it's begin to look really ugly, and yeah, you don't want to be there.
Yeah. I think that's the same for a lot of capital cities, though. Like London is very similar. The center of London is quite nice. You have a lot of nice architecture, and you have all of the things that people expect to see in London are within like walking distance of each other. But as soon as you leave that, it very quickly just gets a bit depressing. But
London feels bigger than Paris, and it feels like you have more things to do or maybe see, or maybe more like beautiful place to be at London than Paris. Because Paris, it's so small that you can walk. If you walk in line for, I don't know, 2 hours, you will make the Paris.
Yeah.
Because it's really very small.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure. It's hard for me to compare. You know, I haven't been to London a massive amount. I've been maybe 4 or 5 times. But to me, it always feels fairly small in terms of what you would want to see and how far you have to go to see them. So, like, while the city itself is probably bigger, I think everything that you would need to see is so compact into central London. But Ailey says London is so much bigger than Paris. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I've never been. But MB Work says, hi, I've been to Paris once and I absolutely loved it. I can't wait to go back. Nice. Yeah, I think...
Yeah, Paris can be nice, but you need to really see what you really want to do and not just go and walk a bit randomly, because you will get lost a bit and you will lost the cool part of Paris, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's something with these big cities is that you kind of you should kind of plan plan where you want to go and what you want to do.
Yeah.
Because I know, especially in London, you don't want to just wander around London. You can end up into some pretty bad places. But MB Work says they spent 2 days in the Louvre. Nice.
Yeah, the Louvre is very big. You can't do it in just 1 day because also all the rooms are not open in the day, so you need to wait another day to visit some room.
Yeah. I found out the other day that the Mona Lisa isn't even really famous for being a masterpiece. It's more famous for just being stolen at some point. Like it was famously stolen, and that's why it's famous. It's kind of like, it's like one of those celebrities who is just famous because they're famous. They're not.
Yeah. And there is so much people who came to see it, but when you are in front of it, in fact, it's really small. You don't see anything. There is a lot of people in front of you, but yeah, the painting is too small. If you don't get close, you will see almost nothing.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of people say that, where they said it's way smaller than they thought it was. What if my goal is to go to bad places? Well, I mean, then by all means, go ahead and explore to your heart's content. Just hold on to your wallet. It's much smaller than history books make it out to be. If you visit the Louvre, don't waste your time on the Mona Lisa.
Yeah, just go in the room, take your phone, zoom with your phone, and just go away because
yeah,
you have so much more beautiful things to see at Louvre. So
yeah. Gwendaru says Astarion is looking really good. Yeah,
thank you.
Cool.
Yeah, it's a bit better than before. I don't really like the design for now. I think there is more cool way to do it. But yeah, I will take a bit more time to find other proposition, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know how to see it. If I maybe iterate it a bit, or if you want that I begin maybe a clean line art, or maybe some rendering to maybe go a bit further in the design, because when I have that, it's like a base for me. So with the next step, I will redesign it a bit. So I don't know if we can do that in that stream, or if we wait another stream, because maybe I can begin Karlak if I have time, or just continue with him.
Well, we've got about half an hour, so if people want to see us carry on with this in another stream, then we can definitely do that. I mean, we've got quite a lot of people watching, so I think it's going well so far. But yeah, it's up to you really. If let's make a vote. How do I do a poll? Let's see. Manage poll. Let's do start Karlak or carry on Astarion.
I just want to show maybe the sketch I've done this morning. Oh my god, It was I will show it. I think.
Sure.
My sketch this morning was that, and I don't know, but I feel more confident with this one than this one. I tried to do something very similar, but this one has a better flow.
Yeah.
Maybe I can take it, or maybe I just can improve this one.
Sorry, I'm trying to figure out how these polls work. This is a good way for me to practice.
Yeah, your time not work.
But Histuni says, I have a question. How do you sell yourself when applying to jobs if you mostly have NDA stuff? I get working on personal projects at the same time as working, but by the time I'm done with my pieces, the offers are expired. I don't know if you'll have any answer to that. I know you came kind of straight out of school, so.
Yeah, but this is a problem. A lot of teachers told us that you need to do your personal project side of your job, because if you have to search for a new job, you will have nothing to show because all your stuff will be in NDA stuff. So you need to continue to practice for yourself and make some projects for your portfolio. Yeah, that's all. You need to do some secure drawings for you.
No, that makes sense.
But it can be just a smaller project like that. You can do maybe a lot of new character and don't take too much time. No, or just you made a complete project, but it will take maybe too much time with your job. It depends of what how you see that.
Ailey says, if you had some works that you couldn't post in your portfolio, ask if you can show them for interviews and such. I can do it personally because it was just for the art test, but not an actual project. Yeah, I mean, you can always ask the employer and see what they say, because at the end of the day, it comes down to whatever they're happy with. But yeah, I can see. Yeah, I understand it's a struggle. Unfortunately, that's just the way. It's just the way it is. Right, let's see if this works. Oh, you've disappeared.
Oh,
That's okay. I can get you back. There we go. Caught it. I caught it. Ah, here we go. So. There you go. You should be able to vote in the poll now. Let me know. You can see the results on the screen. Or at least I can. I don't know if you can, Antoine, unless you're looking at the stream on a different monitor.
Yeah. And I will vote also.
But yeah, if we can finish any of them off, we can finish them off in another stream. You guys seem to be enjoying it, so it's always nice to have Antoine on the stream as well. It's a pleasure. Yeah, it's currently 50-50. Sorry, it's going on for like another minute, so we'll see. I haven't voted. There we go. Fire Art said, "Your Mercy in Overwatch miss me so much."
Oh. Such a long time he didn't play Overwatch.
Man, I haven't played Overwatch in years. I stopped playing, God, about maybe a year or two after it came out.
Yeah, since the break they take for 2, it was hard to get into it for me. But the game is always fun, just I don't find time to play it.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel that. So the poll has voted to finish off Astarion, so you can carry on doing that, and then if you want to do it, if you want to carry on in another stream, then we can get that booked in as well.
Okay, continue it a bit. We have just 20 minutes, so I think it will be chill to do.
Yeah. And now I've got it, and now I know how the polls work. Thank you, guys, for making me learn how to do that. You can change the poll, Antoine. You have the power. That is true. You do have the power.
I did it so much time on my own stream.
Yeah, so you streamed a lot?
Yeah, before.
Yeah.
When I leave school, I was like, I don't want to lose my rhythm, so I was okay. We stream every day, like this. It's like I'm school. Some people will watch what I have to do, and it's a good source of motivation to stream my art. So
yeah,
it was pretty cool to do, and I meet a lot of people, and also professional people. So I get some opportunities with Twitch.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
So yeah, it can be a good way to find contact to stream what you do also.
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say, I suppose that's another thing to add onto the list. I didn't think about earlier, is that streaming is a good way to build contacts as well. Yeah, at the end of all of our streams, we end up raiding somebody, so it's so who knows? If you guys start streaming, maybe we'll raid you at the end of one of ours one day. No, I've been thinking about maybe doing some more streaming in my personal time. I have miniatures that, like miniature models and stuff that I want to paint, and I'm struggling with motivation, so I feel like that would help.
Yeah, it's a good motivation because
Yeah.
you're on stream, so you have to do something for people.
Mm.
So you can't just be lazy and be unfocused by just be on internet. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's a good way to work.
Yeah. I think the only thing that's stopping me right now is having to set up all the camera angles and everything. Because for miniature painting, that's annoying. You have to get like
Yeah.
a decent like top down angle, and yeah. It's okay, Gwendaru. If you're too shy to stream, don't worry. We always need someone to watch the stream, so that's fine.
And you don't really have to speak if you make art. You can just draw and write a message in the chat sometimes.
Yeah.
I see a lot of people doing that, and
Mm.
for them that's work. So
Yeah. I mean, you look at I don't know if you guys know Kuya, but Kuya doesn't speak in his streams. I think he uses a text to speech thing now. So he types his answers, and then this like robot speaks it for him. So that works. But no, I understand. It's always, I think, starting streaming is kind of is always the hardest bit because you feel a bit nervous.
yeah.
When I started streaming for my job here at Moon Colony, that was a bit nerve-wracking because I didn't really know the audience or how many people would watch or anything like that. So it's scary, but you quickly get used to it.
Yeah, it's a really good way to be less shy. Before I was very, very, very shy,
Mm-hmm.
and I start streaming for that to be more confident and
Yeah.
learn to talk also to people.
Yeah.
And it worked for me. No, I'm not really shy. I'm just shy when I have to speak in English, but in French, it's okay.
Yeah. Yeah. It's funny how that works. Like I feel like it's helped me a lot with my social skills too, especially because sometimes I hop onto a stream with someone that I haven't really spoken to before, so it can be quite nerve-wracking, but very quickly you kind of learn how to get over it, how to get through it. From super hyper shy to shy. Yeah, exactly. From introverted to a little less introverted.
Exactly. And for art, I like to give advice when I can. So my stream was made for that also.
Yeah.
Even if I'm just a junior, so people gonna take just what they fit for them, but it was a good way to learn also by trying to teach some people
Yeah.
and to discover new method to do some things or to speak to people. So yeah, I like that because maybe in few years I want to be a teacher in a school.
Yeah.
So yeah, I want to learn how to teach, and streaming is a good tool for that.
Yeah, definitely. MBWorks asks, Antoine, do you have your rotate function on a hotkey?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's R for me, and to flip, I use F1. But I have a small keyboard with all my shortcuts,
Oh,
so
nice.
it's more simple to use my shortcut. To show that, it's look. I don't know if I can show it. I think
Cool.
the
Oh,
cable is
it's one of
too.
those. It's one of those hand, the like single hand ones.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, nice. Yeah.
It's a bit gadget, but when you have it, you will love it.
Hmm. Yeah. I think. I think Alex Heath has one of those as well, if I remember correctly. When he was on our stream like a few months ago, he was showing it. Uh, he was showing us one, being like, "Yeah, I have this," and he's like, "But you
It's really cool to use.
yeah,
You will be maybe a bit more fast because you have all your shortcuts with just one hand. You don't need to reach the keyboard when you
yeah,
have to do something. So yeah, it's more comfortable, and you have a lot uh, of key you can set. So you can create some combination and some profile. So if you want to switch software, you can change the profile and have your shortcut for the software.
mm, mm. Histuni says, "Junior or not, your feedback is always valuable." Oh, that's nice. That's wholesome. We love to see that.
Thank you.
And they said, "Do you have a school in mind where you'd like to teach?" Yeah. Would you like to keep teaching in France, or do you think you could?
I don't know. Maybe return at New Age, the school I was, because it was a good school, and I keep contact with some of the teachers here and some of the directors. So yeah, maybe one day I will be there.
Yeah. Yeah, that's nice. It's a sign of a good school when when students kind of want to go back, as a teacher and give back into uh,
Yeah,
that
it's not
ecosystem.
the case for everyone I know, but for me, I had a really good experience. So
Mm. No, that's cool. What's this? Floyer said, "I made 4 concepts of Astarian's redesign." Oh, damn. Oh yeah, I'm looking in the study room. We got a couple of redesigns actually. That's really cool.
oh,
Um, Crafts
wait,
did uh, a
I'm to see
redesign.
that.
Um, Crafts did a redesign along with the stream, but they took a Pokemon. They took Drampa, the Pokemon, and made him into a little a littlest pet shop pet. That was fun. That looks cool. You did a great job. Nice one.
In
Um,
studio. Oh yes.
oh yeah, and Floyer's redesign is really nice too. Good job, Floyer. Amazing job, guys. If anyone else is doing redesigns of their own, I saw earlier. Uh, who was it?
Oh, Karlak.
Yeah, Earthkex said they're going to try and make a Karlak to team up with this awesome Astarian. Beautiful. Oh, I love
Yeah, it's
the
really cool.
the metal
Well
shoulder
done.
plate is so cool.
Yeah, I feel so slow with this one.
Well, you have to, you have to talk and and uh, and think about a million things at once. So,
Mm.
don't worry too much about it. But
It begin to look cool now. I think I change a bit his arm,
mhm,
and I try to play a bit more with shape and
yeah,
have more less pressure on it. So
yeah,
it begin to be a bit more fun to design.
yeah, it's really cool. Raspberry says they're not done with theirs yet. They're so slow. No, you're fine. You're not slow. Take your time. We said at the start. Take your time. There's no rush. Skix asked, "Do you think they'll get along?" Yeah, I think your Karlak and Anton's Astarion would get along.
Mhm.
I could see your Karlak being some kind of like engineer, like they're working in a garage somewhere, fixing up cars.
It was exactly what I had in mind when I was thinking of this for Karlak.
Mm, yeah, I think that's just the it's just the vibe that she gives off
Yeah.
is so fitting for that. Yeah, totally. And she owns a big motorcycle. Oh, for sure. Yeah. But no, if you'd like to see these, then uh, don't forget to join our Discord. I'll put a link in the chat. We're a friendly bunch in there, so come along and say hi. We're pretty much always in the voice chat. Well, I'm in there pretty much all day. But well, we've got plenty of other regulars and a couple of Moon Colony staff that come in as well. So come and say hi. Ailey says car like and a motorcycle. I like this combo. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, you know what this means, SKX? This means you have to draw the motorcycle next. So we can really get a feel for the design. Yeah, um I love the fabric on his arm. I don't know what it's called. Like yeah, that
Yes.
bit. Yeah.
Yeah, I was a bit inspired by this part.
Mm.
Sorry if you heard some noise. I have
No, you're right.
my family at home.
Ah, no, you're fine. I can't hear anything.
Hear some French word.
Yeah, we've got about 5 minutes left, so
Maybe as is a vampire, I can add a mechanical part like
oh,
a seringue. I don't know if it's a word in English, but
uh, in English
syringe.
it's pronounced syringe, so similar. It's okay. It's just one of the many words we'll have stolen from you, like a few hundred years ago.
But modify a bit just to tell, oh no, it's English. It's not really French.
Oh, maybe. I feel like so many of our words we just steal from the French, though. Like you look in the dictionary and it's like originating from the French word, and it's like, oh, okay. I'll see you later, MB Works. Got around, glad to be able to see your stream again, and thank you for the info. No problem. It's lovely to see you, and hope to see you again next time. But thanks for coming along.
Goodbye. Mhm.
Oh, now I'm just imagining him as like as like some kind of futuristic doctor, and how
Yeah.
messed up that would be. Having a vampire as your doctor. That's looking good. Vampire doctor, something Asterion would do. I don't think he would. I feel like Asterion would think that being a doctor is like below him. You know,
Mm.
he's he's way too important to be a doctor.
Or maybe
Scene.
a scientist,
Yeah,
like
maybe.
a mad one.
Yeah, maybe. See you later, Histuni. It's nice to see you. Hope to see you next time.
Bye.
Earthkicks. Oh, he would, as a fraud one, to feed his ego and his tummy. Yeah, maybe. He might think of it as some kind of like twisted twisted game. He'd probably get some kind of fun out of it. And now I really want to see like I'd love to see the modern day jobs that people would think
Mm.
that these characters would have. You know, like if Astarion is some kind of fraud doctor, Karlak is a mechanic.
And the others, not really know for the others. I don't play enough.
Yeah,
The bad thing is when you play with friends that you don't really speak to the other characters that much.
yeah.
So you don't really know their stories.
We were when I played with my friends, we kind of made a point to go back to the camp fairly regularly and like uh, speak to each of them.
Mm.
But the problem is that if one of you is nasty to them, then they hate everybody. Like
Oh,
it doesn't remember who was nasty or like who was mean to each character. They just kind of
too
it's
bad.
just yeah. Um, uh, Ailey says Astarion was a magistrate before his transformation. Technically, he served a cause before. Maybe not a good one, but I guess a doctor could have been something he could have been post transformation, though. Yeah, who knows? I can't really imagine him as a magistrate. I didn't know that. I can't really picture it. I thought he'd be some kind of like politician or something.
Yeah, more a politician.
Hmm. Oh, we're running a little bit over, so I don't know if you wanted to finish up for today.
Yeah.
If that's okay, get to a point where you're like, yeah, I'm happy to. So I don't want to stop you like mid flow. So
I just finished that.
yeah, sure.
I think we can finish the stream.
Mm-hmm.
There is some part that need to be reworked or redesigned, but I think we begin to have something that is cool now. and we
Mm.
can definitely work with that for the future step.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, it seems like people are enjoying it. So I think we could probably uh, carry on with this
Mm.
next stream, or start on Carlac or whatever you're most happy with. But we'll have a chat and see when we can fit you in. I don't know how busy you are, but we will see. Um,
Yeah.
but thank you everybody for coming along and watching. It was nice and chilled today. Um, it was nice to see some new people in here as well as some familiar names. But Antoine, thank you as well for coming along.
Thank to you, thank to everybody.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to see you. And join us tomorrow. We didn't have a stream yesterday. We moved it to tomorrow. So we have Melissa coming in tomorrow to do some master studies. So if you want to get some practice in, do some studies, then follow along. It'll be a good time. Melissa's always fun. So until then, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll speak to you guys later. So goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye bye.